Hey YouTube. Okay, well, I was debating a couple of things. Whether or not I wanted to go to bed, whether or not I wanted to shave, or whether or not I wanted to get online and talk to myself because I'm lonely. So, obviously, you can see which one I picked, and the rest just fall into place. So, I thought I would talk about a couple things related to LSU and the wider world, and college life in general. First, starting off with an introduction to my new room. I have now moved in for summer session in the wondrous Highland Hall. I'm probably giving away too much information on the internet, and people are going to want to rate me or something. So here's my room, bitches. Nice view, right? It's got my bed with all my shit. Like, I don't know if you can see him, my alien. He comes with me everywhere I go. Brought him with me when I went to California and Canada and all over. And that's my roommate, old Nico's bed. I think mine's made nicer. His shit. Clothes closet. Mirrors that we don't use because we don't really care about how we look at all. Because we're slobs. Or at least I am. My shit. Some books I brought. Sink. El baño. It is shared. See. It's kind of funny because the first day I was here at my room, my new room, I shall enunciate better, I actually walked in on the dude next door as he was taking a whiz. It was an interesting introduction to my neighbor. Luckily, didn't see anything, so no one was really embarrassed. Oh, gigantic bottle of hot sauce. Sriracha. It is the best. Oh, I shall also show you this. Since I don't have just tired cash, I brought like a month's worth of shit in terms of non-perishable foods. Yeah, maybe not a month's worth, but see, I thought I'd bring my fridge, so I brought some tortillas, but I didn't bring my fridge, and I might as well not have because we don't have any sort of stoves here. Like, I had a friend last semester in the spring who lived right here, yonder, over in Louise Garrick Hall, and they, lucky bastards, had electric stoves. I lived in ECA before that, and I was used to being able to cook all kinds of good shit. Now, it's the ramen diet, which means that I'm probably going to suck all the moisture out of my body by the end of the semester, but hey, you know, desiccation is a good way to preserve one's body for the afterlife. The Egyptians proved that. The Incas. So, let's see. Another point I don't want to talk about that relates to El Vivo Colegio, or Vita, I don't know, my Spanish sucks, is something pertaining to this old bat, Frau Homberger. See, the title of this article is this professor too tough for LSU, right? Well, I am going to put out there the truth about Homberger's class, to espouse, to fucking cunts, to dispel all myths about the nature of that class, how she graded. You know, I'm just putting this out there. This is my opinion as someone. I was in her class and I dropped it a few days before the midterm, which turned out to be the sort of missing piece. Yeah, I was trying to be like a lock and key or something, but it turned out to just be like fucking. Anyway, that turned out to be sort of the linchpin. That's what I'm doing. It's a linchpin, or a dick and a pussy. Anyway, that was the linchpin that made them decide to take away Miss Homberger's class from her intro biology. It was anyway. So I will get to dispelling rumors and putting the truth out there. So hear this. I had already dropped Palmerigo's bio freshman year because he's just aggravating to listen to. But Homberger, she would give us these quizzes that really didn't have much to do with the curriculum of biology as set forth by the university, you know, studying things from the ground up, or shall we say the molecular structure up. You know, it's talking about like amino acids, and then how that relates to organelles in the cell, and then bringing it up into larger levels of biological shit. So basically intro biology stuff. Well, she decided to start off with these National Geographic and Wikipedia articles, which, even though I've seen things that have said that Wikipedia is about as accurate as a regular, as your average encyclopedia, it's still kind of not really reflecting well on her to be using Wikipedia as a source for her students to be using, when most teachers would frown them on it. So she would give us Wikipedia articles, which is kind of absurd in this kind of academic setting, especially considering her, the decorum that she has as some respected academician. She gave us like a bunch of old National Geographic articles that, even though they were trying to illustrate a point, like there was one about convergent evolution, I thought it was interesting. It sort of didn't really fit in with anything else. There was shit about dogs on Moscow trains. I guess it's supposed to be like, I don't know. Anyway, so, and then she'd quiz us on this shit. She would have these extremely particular answers that were nothing short of trick questions. And I'm not trying to blow this out of proportion or make her look bad. I'm just stating, as a student, how I perceived this to be. They were trick questions. They would have small differences in wording, little semantic differences that you could know the answer, but if you interpreted the semantics of the question, the way it was phrased, just a little bit differently than how she had set it out to be, you would be linchpinned or otherwise fucked. And that's an asshole, because getting fucked in the asshole kind of, I don't know, probably hurts more than getting fucked in the pussy. Anyway, not appropriate for young children, this web thing is. Anyway, Frau Homberger fucked this up because she had these questions that were just ridiculously hard to answer, even if you knew the material. Like, me, I'm a history major. A lot of our shit was about history, like Darwin, the Beagle expedition, stuff about Leonardo da Vinci and his way people in the Renaissance were looking at anatomy in a more rational, enlightened way, as opposed to just having it all be explained by God. You know, I know my scientific history pretty darn well, and I was still really failing in that class because her methods of testing information were unfair and not based very much on whether or not you understood the material, but whether or not you could figure out her questions. It's like morons being able to do well on the ACT or something like that because they're good at taking tests. You'd have to be like good at taking her tests to succeed in that class. And if you weren't, like most students weren't, good at taking her tests, you were fucked. Even if you knew the material. So, that is why, even though I'm